But that's the heartbreak. That's the heartbreak. Yeah. I mean, you know, I do know that, you know, because the heartbreak, you know, of how much I apparently let myself down in a way, you know, when I was younger and running away and running towards, and all the journeys with hedonism and addiction and dysfunctionality, and, you know, playing little boys' games, you know, even when I was a kind of supposed man, and all of that kind of stuff. And to realize all of that was heartbreaking. But I thought, again, I thought that heartbreaking was going to be, not that I expected it, but when I broke, I expected that it would be a bad thing. And it turns out that it was a good thing. It turns out that the heartbreak itself was a kind of unifier. Yeah, because once you realized how much you've abandoned yourself, or played games, or walked out on yourself, or judged yourself harshly, you know, and you kind of see that in its truth, and you really feel it in its depth, then you start to make serious decisions in a way that you're not going to do that anymore. You just won't do that anymore. And then you do it again, and then it hurts again. And then you see it again, and then you say, oh, I can't do that anymore. And then something triggers you, because the past is tenacious, and the old ways are tenacious, and the ruts are tenacious. And then you do it again, and then it happens again. And eventually you get so sick and tired of the game of realizing and then still moving away from yourself, that it's, you sort of give up the whole thing and just almost decide to love yourself, whatever. It's like falling in love with yourself. As Oscar Wilde's most famous statement, to fall in love with oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. And we don't realize that, because we think it's all egotistical as well. But it's not egotistical. It's actually a depth truth. This is a depth truth that we do have the capacity, because most people are split in two. And they're not in love with themselves. They're not whole.